Now, one of the things that they told us at CinemaCon that had been mentioned before is Joe and Anthony Russo came out on stage, of course, the directors of the Avengers films, and said that and confirmed that they are re-releasing them with Kevin Feige. They are re-releasing the Avengers Endgame. They're going to be re-releasing Avengers Endgame. And that's kind of something that we knew, that they're going to be doing that. Now, they also then affirmed something else we've already kind of heard, which was that they were going to be adding some never before seen footage, and they're actually creating a couple of things to tie into Avengers Doomsday. Great. I'm not one who runs back to the theaters to see a movie that's been out recently, but I would love to see Doomsday up on the big screen again.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a little concerning to me, maybe. IGN ran this headline today. Avengers Endgame re-release footage is quote unquote critical to the plot of Doomsday. They go on and write this. Russo said, it's critically important to re-release the movie, talking about Endgame. And in fact, we'll be re-releasing the film with footage that is set in the Doomsday story that we have added to Avengers Endgame, Russo said. Endgame brought to an end to Thanos' quest for the Infinity Stones when it premiered in 2019. The MCU has expanded with 15 films across a timeline in 7 years since, and that doesn't count the many spin-off shows like WandaVision, Daredevil, and Born Again. All right. Normally, I'm not the type of guy that wants to run out to the theater again to see something I've already seen in theater a bunch of times, and something that's available to watch at home now. But Endgame is one of those films that I would. I don't also mind the idea of adding extra footage into it as a special little treat for coming out to see the movie. I don't mind that either. Here's where I get a little bit iffy. Saying that what they're putting into the new stuff they're going to put into Endgame. And by the way, this might be 5 seconds, 50 seconds, 5 minutes. I don't think we're talking 15 minutes, but who knows? By saying that what we're putting into this re-release is critical, that's not cool to me, depending on how they're approaching that. If they mean it's critical in the sense that, oh, guys, if you're going to go see Doomsday, then you have to go see the re-release of Endgame. You're not going to get what's happening in Doomsday, because there's something that happens now in our re-release of Endgame that will make what's happening in Doomsday understandable. I love Joe and Anthony Russo. If that's what they're talking about, fuck you. That's, and again, this might not be what they're talking about. So I'm just saying, if that is what they're saying, and I don't know that it is, but if they're saying, oh, you want to come see Doomsday? Well, be a shame if you didn't understand what was happening in the first act. You better cough up the money, make sure that we get ahead of Avatar as the highest grossing film of all time for Avengers Endgame. And you make sure you come out and see our re-release of Endgame, or else it'd be a shame if you didn't understand what was going on. It'd be a shame if you weren't ready for Avengers Doomsday. You have to come out. If that's what they're talking about, and we don't know that they are, then that's fucked up. That's Bush League. That's pathetic. That's weak. And it's the type of thing that would make me want to go, fuck the MCU. Fuck Kevin Feige. Fuck Disney. Fuck Marvel. Fuck you if you're going to do some bullshit like that.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Now, that being said, I don't think that's what he means. What I do think is definitely there's going to be footage that definitely ties into Doomsday. I think there's going to be footage put in there that understanding Doomsday is coming is going to kind of elevate the experience of watching Endgame again. But I don't believe actually for a moment that what they're saying is, oh, you simply won't understand Doomsday unless you come see this. Because let's be honest here. Couple things. They're not putting in 15 new minutes. It's not like it's going to be 4-hour movie cut of it or anything like that. Secondly, I think they understand, they know the way the internet works. The moment this movie drops, whatever that new thing is instantly going to be online. So I think they understand that as well. So, I mean, in principle, the idea of adding something a little bit new that will complement Doomsday coming and just makes it feel like a more cohesive flow, just flowing from Endgame into Doomsday, I think that's a great idea. I think that's really good. If it were like a 6-minute exposition piece where somebody fully re-explains a different understanding of why am I freezing on the name of the word of two worlds coming together? Incursions.
Incursion.
If they're totally changing the definition of incursions, that is the only, you have to know this in order for the movie to work. Well, then that's Bush League and that's weak and I would lose all respect. But I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they mean by critical, I think he's just selling it.
Yeah.
I think he's just selling it. And I said from day one when they first, it must have been 3 or 4 months ago that we talked about this, that there was some whispers going around that they were going to create a new post-credit scene for the movie to make it flow into Doomsday. I thought that was a great idea then. I think it's a great idea now. But I also 100% believe that whatever they're doing, you and I don't have to go to the theater to watch the re-release of Endgame in order to then go watch Avengers Doomsday.
And not to mention, it'll probably be on Disney Plus, this new version.
Oh, you're 100% right. They'll probably like a week after it's been in theater, maybe 2 weeks, they'll probably just drop it on Disney Plus anyway. So I get it. I've seen the discourse online already of people getting a little bit mad at the idea of making it prerequisite homework in order. And I would 100% agree with you. It's just that I don't think that's what they're doing. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Hims. I know a lot of us have weight loss goals, but actually hitting them, that's the hard part. Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill at its lowest price ever and the Wegovy pen. And when combined with diet and exercise, Wegovy can help you lose up to 20% or more of your body weight by helping regulate your appetite so you eat less. You connect with a licensed provider who determines if treatment is right for you, and if prescribed, your medication gets delivered straight to your door, no insurance needed. Plus, you get 24/7 access to your care team and in-app support like meal plans, recipes, fitness videos, and more. Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/Campea to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Campea. hims.com/Campea. Based on advertised cash price for a 30-day supply of medication only. Membership required, fee not included, and billed separately. Weight loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information and restrictions, visit hims.com. So anyway, we'll find out. Rob, you read about this. What do you think?
Well, in Doomsday, in the movie, as it was conceived and shot, they do revisit Endgame in that movie. They do. And I was thinking that in order to bring down the running time, there's ways they could add that back in, into Endgame. But I know what they're going to add. You want me to tell you what they're going to add?
Yes.
Okay, now
Just to be clear,
I'm going to say this.
You are speculating.
This is complete 100% speculation. Now, I think that they might add a few other things, perhaps during the funeral sequence, like a scene where one particular character that we like has a farewell moment with Steve Rogers before he gets onto the platform to return the Infinity Stones. I guarantee you, in my own mind, if you think about it, in Endgame, there are different versions of Thanos. The 616 versions of Thanos, because we've got the 2012 version of Thanos that they battle at the end, and the Thanos that snapped his fingers and ruled the galaxy.
There's also a Thanos from What If.
Right, yeah.
We are going to get the scene. The post-credit Endgame scene is going to be that famous scene out of the comic book where Doom confronts Thanos and tears his heart out.
Is that getting ahead of itself?
No, because that Doom is not from our universe. And we're going to see that. I
Oh,
guarantee you.
how he dealt with him in his universe.
Yes. We're going
'Cause-
to see what Doom does to the Thanos of the 8 whatever.
Unless they save that for Secret Wars, but I don't know.
I don't think they will.
So, okay, now this image that Jonathan's got on screen right now, this is, of course, the famous image from the Secret Wars.
Yeah.
But as we know, Marvel's opt to do, they rarely follow the comic story. So what you're saying is we're going to see in the post-credit scene, not Doom doing this from Secret Wars.
Right.
But that on his world, there was a Thanos, and we're going to see Doom taking care of Thanos.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, I love your theory.
Right?
I love it.
Because once Thanos is gone, you don't bring Thanos back. You just don't. Look, I love Infinity Ultron. I do. But Thanos is dealt with. You've got to end the Thanos threat. And can you imagine, dude, that post-credit scene when Thanos arrives,
Well, because you know what it accomplishes? We've talked for over a year about this, is that how do you introduce Doom? Because the way they introduce Thanos, I'm talking properly introduce him, not to battle them is the cold death. No, not that. I mean, really meet Thanos was at the beginning of Infinity War when he shows up on Thor's ship, wrecks everybody, and then throws down with the Hulk and bitches Hulk, right? And so we were like, how do you got to do something like that with Doom to kind of immediately establish that this is the baddest guy in Cell Block B.
Yep.
And some people suggested, well, have him fight Hulk again, but you already did that with Thanos. I kind of like the idea of him showing up, maybe not showing his power, but showing his meanness and maybe killing Tony Stark's kid. Because that would be like, oh, that would be like a oh my God moment. But the idea of doing a post-credit, introducing him in a post-credit in Endgame, where on his Earth, the camera, the screen goes black, comes back, Earth, and you see Thanos battling whatever, and he's got an Infinity Stone, and then Doom just rips out his spine. That accomplishes that.
Yep. And it's what they've done in other movies. You set up what's going to happen. And then and what's going to be more interesting about that is how Doom later moves forward through Doomsday. It doesn't change Endgame. But Infinity War and Endgame is really the Thanos saga. And once they're over, it's over. He's done. And this is a way you get to it because it's multiverse and there's different versions and that the other thing. And it immediately, plus it's just fun.
Yeah. I see some people in the live chat saying, well, what about showing Doom taking out the Kangs? Well, there's two reasons why that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Reason number one, and maybe the most important one, is that Kang's a pussy in the MCU. He sucks. Like, we saw him die 3 different times, all pathetically.
Yeah.
First time we saw him die is because he got stabbied by Sylvie. Ooh. Then Ant-Man beats him. And then something else. Anyway, so that's one reason, is because in the MCU, I'm not saying in the Marvel Comics, I'm saying in the MCU, one of the main reasons they needed to move away from Kang had nothing to do with Jonathan Majors. It was that they just poorly wrote it.
Right.
And they never made Kang ever feel like a real threat. Therefore, Doom beating up Kang doesn't mean anything. Sylvie took out a Kang.
Yeah.
Ant-Man took out a Kang.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. Plus, I don't know. Oh, are you going to get to it?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
The second reason why it doesn't really work is because they already resolved the Kangs.
Yeah.
At the end of Loki season 2, everybody forgets this. In the closing moments of Loki season 2, you realize that the TVA had repurposed to just cleaning up and getting rid of the remaining Kangs, and they were almost done. Like, they actually talk about that at the end of Loki season 2, is that, the TVA's just been going around picking off the Kangs. And so there's really no purpose to having, it doesn't accomplish anything to show Doom taking out a couple of Kangs.
And Loki's position at the end of Loki season 2, he has superseded the Kangs in the multiverse.
Yeah. So really there's 3 reasons.
Which also comes into play. So.
Which almost comes into play. So yeah, now look, do I know for a fact that there is no Kang variant in Doomsday? I can't say that. I mean, I don't know what's happened in that production over the last 4 or 5 months. No idea, but I just highly, highly, highly doubt it. It just makes no sense. Narratively, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? One of the Russo brothers saying that it's critical that we put this stuff into Endgame. I don't think it means it's a prerequisite at all. If it does, I'm extremely disappointed in them. But I don't think that's what it means at all. I think we're going to get something cool. What do you think it might be? I love Rob's theory about it just being another version of Doom ripping out Thanos' spine. You want to set it up that this threat is bigger than Thanos? Have him kill Thanos. I don't know. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.